Hello and welcome along to Mondo Chelloveck Movies. My name is John and I've just received through the post today a package from my good friend Michael Hewett. So I want to thank Michael once again for doing this, and as you can see it's a huge box. So as I always do, I will open this up and then I will take the stuff out and try not to look at it until I show everybody and myself at the same time. This is amazingly packaged inside as well. I can see a load of bubble wraps in there, and also I can see a note. Hi John, hope you're well. I have some Blu-rays and some more slips for you. Lenticular alert. Lovely. As you are clearly a big fan of Ben Drew, Plan B, not. Like, the top slip will make you laugh. Also, your Video Nasties live streams with Nige are amazing. Well, thanks a lot for saying that. We have a great time doing that. I always look forward to seeing these videos. Best wishes, Michael Hewett. Thanks a lot for saying that, Michael. Nige and me have a great time doing the live streams, the Video Nasty live streams. So section 2 is coming up. But in the meantime, we're going to do a sort of just a regular live stream in the middle between 1 and 2. So, yep, so thanks a lot for watching the Video Nasties live stream. It's something that we really do enjoy. I'm going to see if I can see what's occurring here. I want to take this out without... I can see there's... Although I can't see what's in them, I can see there's one with slip covers and there's one with movies. So I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll go for some slip covers, and then I'll go for some movies. So I'm trying to get this so I can't see anything. I'm going to take them off the top. Yeah, so there you go. So the first slip, so I'll do a few slips and then I'll do a few Blu-rays. Okay, so the first one is, I knew this was coming when Michael mentioned about Ben Drew, Plan B, which is him. Actually, this is quite a good lenticular there. I don't know if you can see, it's got quite a lot of depth to it. Now, funny enough, do you see the gun as well? The gun sort of comes across there and sticks out a bit. I don't know if you can pick that up. This movie, well, this person, should I say, Ben Drew, I don't really know where I place him. I think that he's a good performer. I think he's a good entertainer. I just don't... I remember seeing him a couple of times getting interviewed on the TV, and he comes across as just being a right piece of work. Someone who's really affected by how cool he is. I think he's just got a bit of an attitude about himself, which sometimes I don't mind, but sometimes it kind of grates on us. So, to be honest, I am going to watch when I do get around to it, when I do see it, I'm going to watch the Sweeney. So this one here is one that I'm going to... I will check out, but I don't know if I'll watch it and be thoroughly annoyed by him or not. That's why I don't really sort of gravitate to his movies, because I don't really want to have a movie where I'm going to be annoyed all the time. But anyway, we shall see. So that's Ill Manners, a Ben Drew first. We made that film. So there you go. So it'll either be one that I'll quite respect or really hate, and I don't really say that about movies or gifts or anything, but Michael knows that I'm not the biggest fan of him, so we'll have to see how that one goes. So that's Ill Manners. Next slip is lovely lenticular, that though, with that gun sort of coming around. Next slip is now I've got that one and I haven't got a slip for it, and I definitely haven't got the lenticular slip for it. I just got this recently, actually. I think it's still up there, waiting to be put in where it's going to go. So that's amazing. That's going to be one that I'm going to put on. So what I'll do at the end of this video, I will put together the ones that I use. So I'm going to put that over there with one that I'm definitely going to use on my escape plan. That's a great lenticular. Very deep. I love them lenticulars where you can see depth in it. Brilliant. I don't know if you knew I had that one, actually, Michael. Next one is... right. Funny enough, I have got the Blu-ray. I have got the 4K of Inception, but I have got the Blu-ray as well, which hasn't got a slip on. And it hasn't got a lenticular slip, that's for sure. And this movie, if anybody's seen it, I mean, look at that there. It's so well done. Hard to follow, if I'm honest, but I enjoyed the fact that I didn't really understand it all, but I had a great time with it. Who directed this one again? Christopher Nolan. So everything he does is a bit timey-wimey, to use a Doctor Who phrase. But yes, Inception. Lovely slip that. And I don't have the slip, but I do have the Blu-ray. It's a double disc Blu-ray actually. So that's Inception. I can put that one on. That's great. Next one is One Missed Call. Now, funny enough, look at that. That's an excellent little. Oh, look. Yeah, that's it. Look at that. That is a brilliant slip, isn't it? Wow. Now, this has been on my radar for a while, radar, to watch, and I haven't watched it, haven't seen it, but it's one of the ones that I did want to check out, and obviously getting this slip on it would be amazing, so that'll be an instant. I'm going to put that in the one, I'm going to get a pile over here for CX, so absolutely brilliant that, isn't it? Wow, what a slip. Next up is Priest. I think I've got this one, you know. If I haven't, I've got one that's really a lot like it. I mean, you might have done another movie that's like this. I know that the fella in here is the one who was in this other movie, but I'm sure I've got this one. Pretty sure. If I haven't, I know that it's one of the ones you can bump into in CX quite a lot. So I'll pick that one up. And these are movies that I'm quite familiar with and do want to watch. But probably I keep saying that when somebody sends me stuff like this, it reminds me on to say, oh, what about this movie? So, yep, that'll be one from CX if I haven't got it already. Like I say at the end of this video, you'll see which ones I've got or which ones I haven't got. So that's Priest. Next up is, look at this, look at that. Now, that's the Lego Movie 3D. Now, I've got the Lego Movie on 4K, and to be honest, I think I've got the Blu-ray as well. It's a great movie, this Lego Movie. It's so funny, especially Batman. I just think it's one of the best ever Lego movies. It probably is the best Lego movie apart from Lego Movie Batman movie. That was amazing as well. That's amazing. Some of the depths on these slips is amazing. So I'll put that in the pile of possibilities. Yes. I'll open one more of this and then I'll go to the Blu-rays. Next up is The Interview. And I think this movie is getting a lot of stick from, I'm going to say, South Korea or North Korea, one or two. So this is a lovely slip with some embossing on there as well. I really like that cover. I haven't seen the movie, but I know that you can get it in CX for literally next to nothing. So I will pick that one up. So that's The Interview. Okay, so I'll go and get some of these Blu-rays out, which I think is a separate thing for Blu-rays. Loads of bubble wrap in here, which is amazing that somebody would think of individually wrapped as well. Come on. Right, so the first one here is individually wrapped, is Avatar, the limited 3D edition. Look at that cover. That's amazing. Now, I'm going to say that these have 3D and Blu-ray. So you've got the 3D set, and you've got the 3D Blu-ray, you've got the DVD, and you've also got the Blu-ray disc as well. Now, funny enough, obviously with Avatar coming out, I was going to watch out. With Avatar coming out, Avatar the new one coming out, I was going to watch this one. Now, I haven't got 3D capability, but what I have got is now I can watch Avatar before we go to the pictures. I know Avatar's come out of the pictures again, but we are not really going to go and watch that one. But we're going to watch the new one, hopefully in 3D IMAX, just to get the full spectacle of it all. So that'll be one that we're going to watch to set us up for the next one that comes out. I don't know if I'll get this one in 4K. I'm not too sure because I mean it looks spectacular on Blu-ray, but I'll never say never. I wouldn't get it on. It's one of the ones where I would buy in a sale. So that's Avatar 3D. Wow, great cover that. Next one, I've just seen it through the bubble wrap. Next one is Kick-Ass. Now, shrink wrapped. Look at that. That's amazing. Now, funny enough, look at that. Look at the cover on that one. I think this movie is absolutely brilliant. Now, funny enough, I've got Kick-Ass. Funny enough, I've got Kick-Ass. Wow. Funny enough, I've got Kit. This is a job for Michael.
Where's me ladders?
Yes. Just put them back in. Funny enough, I've got Kick-Ass, and I've also got Kick-Ass 2. I haven't watched Kick-Ass 2, believe it or not. And I've got it with a slipcover. But as you'll see when I show you, my slipcover has been, they never get put in the sun, these movies, but for some reason this is sort of the side of it's got a bit sun damaged, or it's just light damaged, and it doesn't look that great, and it does stick out like a sore thumb to me anyway. And I think to myself, you know, I'd love to get a new slip for that, but I've never have done. But now I've got a new slip cover, and I've also got a new disc as well, so that's amazing. I'll show you at the end of the video what I mean about the slip cover on the other movie. So lastly, on the Blu-rays, I have got, Michael has sent me The Descent. Now, this is by the director from Dog Soldiers, and it's a movie that I've been after watching for a long time, and I will watch it. It's one of the ones that's high on my list. So thanks for these, Michael. It's brilliant to receive these 3 movies to add to the collection, and they will all be getting watched as well, especially The Descent. That's very high on my list. So back to slipcovers. Okay. So next up is, now, weirdly enough, the other day I was watching a clip on YouTube of The Equalizer. For whatever reason it came up, and I saw a bit of the sort of gun violence in it, where Denzel Washington is sort of taking care of these bad guys. It looked really good, and I thought, you know what it is, I'm going to get that one. So that's The Equalizer. I'll put that in the CX pile. Next up is Equalizer 2. Well, there you go. So I can get them both. Now I think I'll probably like this one actually, from the bit I saw about it. So this series looks like a modern reinvention of the Edward Woodward series that used to be on the TV, used to watch all the time. So yes, so Equalizer and Equalizer 2 will go in the CX pile. Now, I'm sure the Debs would like that one. That's her type of movie. Next is, now, weirdly enough, I think this movie is a brilliant movie. I think it's a really good, fun movie. Yes, it's over the top, but it's Dwayne Johnson, The Rock, who we really like in here. And if I'm honest, this movie would probably look pretty good in Blu-ray. We saw it in Sky Movies, so I think I'll pick this up. This will be another one. This will be another CX one. And this movie is, it's a bit far-fetched at times, especially when you're jumping from building to building, but it's a really good movie, that one, actually. It's one that I do look at quite a few times in CX and HMV to think, well, I picked that one up this time. It's on my list anyway, so that's urged me to get it a lot quicker. Next up is, wow, now I've got Gladiator, but it hasn't got a slip on. So this is going to be an instant, look at that slip there. What a lovely slip. So that's going to be an instant upgrade there. I have got it in Blu-ray actually, so that'll be going straight over there. So I'll put that in my pile of slips that will definitely get used today. Next up is Braveheart. Now, Braveheart is a movie that I've seen before, haven't seen for a long time, and I did quite like it, if I'm honest. And I'll be putting that in my CEX pile because that's another one that I will pick up, probably cheap from CEX on Blu-ray. What a great slip that is as well. Next up is Vin Diesel, The Last Witch Hunter. Now, this is another one that I'll go for in the CX pile. Don't know anything about it, although I know it's quite a new movie. It'll be interesting to see him in a movie without a car, unless he drives a car in this one as well. I do like Vin Diesel. I do find his movies over the top, but I don't mind that. Sometimes action heroes with over-the-top movies is quite an essential thing that goes together, if you get what I'm talking about. So that's a CX in the CX pile. Next up is this is so Star Trek, the first movie. Now, I have got this, or my son's got this on a Blu-ray, but he hasn't got a slip on it. And this is a lovely slip, that. I think that makes it out, the fact of how this this is raised up. It's funny how you've got them on both sides, actually, isn't it? Oh, you've got Kirk on that one, and you've got Spock on that one. I've just noticed that, actually. Didn't notice it before. I hate telling you, my eyes aren't that great. So this will go on his movie, his copy. So that's great. That's a really heavy slipcover. So that's Star Trek. Wow. Next up is The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Now, I really like this movie. I didn't like it at first. In fact, I thought The Amazing Spider-Man was okay, and I thought this one was awful. I turned it off halfway through. But recently I got on 4K, and I did put it back on. And I thoroughly enjoyed it for whatever reason. And I thought it was a really good movie. It should have done another one, obviously, about the fact that they should have made the part 3 of this one. But they didn't for whatever reason. I hope they would go back and do that. Now, I know my son, I think my son has got this, but he hasn't got the slipcover on it, I believe. So this will go into my son's slipcovers, because I've got the 4K of this movie. But I do think this movie is quite good. Very sort of underrated. I can see why people don't like it. I mean, I personally didn't like it at first. I couldn't get through it. But when I rewatched it and just give it a free pass, I thought it was a very enjoyable movie. So that's The Amazing Spider-Man 2. Embossing alert. Next up is, now, Deborah is a big fan of this movie, and has she got it? I'm not too sure. If she hasn't got it, I'll pick it up. I'll put this in the CX pile, because I don't think we've got it. I might have it. I know we've got Wanted, which is another one of her movies. But Deborah's a big fan of Angelina Jolie, and she's either seen this one or she's got it. I'm not too sure. But if she hasn't got it, I'll pick it up. So that's Salt. I'm led to believe that's quite a good movie, actually. I do. Every movie I've seen her in, I've enjoyed them, actually. Next up is, you know what? Weirdly enough, another weird coincidence. I was looking at this the other day because I picked it up and thought, oh, what's this again? And I remember this one coming out, and people say it's quite good. It's a sort of revenge movie, I believe. And I thought, oh, that's in my mind to get. Didn't know you even had a slipcover. It didn't have a slipcover in HMV, but what I'll do is this will go in the CX pile because I've been interested in this movie, and there's nothing to lose when you've already lost everything. And yeah, so I'm led to believe this is a really good movie, and I like these sort of revenge movies as well. So that's great to get a slipcover of that. Nice slipcover, isn't it, as well? So that'll be in the CX pile. So last up in this box of amazing stuff is, do you know what? The Fighter. I've just got this recently because of the fact it's got Amy Adams in, and I'm a bit, embossing. Now, I'm a big fan of Amy Adams, and I got this one. I did have this one originally, and I let it go. And although I think the movie's great, so I went and rebought it. It hasn't got a slipcover. It has now, and so for obviously the Amy Adams, I'm getting all her movies, collect them all when I can find them. So what I'll do now is I'll go and put the slipcovers on these movies. So here's my son's Star Trek, which weirdly enough did have a slip on, but I don't know if you can see this. The slipcover is quite grubby in places. It's not the best of slipcovers. It's been a bit knocked. I think you might have got this from CX. You see there's some quite, like marks on the back there and that. So it's not pristine at all. But now, with the help of Michael, here is a pristine slip. So that'll go over the top of that, and that'll get put back into his collection there. And there you go. That's a lovely slip. It's one of those ones where you think you don't really pay too much attention of it, and then all of a sudden, it's you can get the sort of the look of it and see how nice it is. So that's Star Trek. Next up is Inception. And goes there. Brilliant. Amazing that you have these things on the shelves and you kind of forget about them. So that's the Blu-ray of Inception. Next up is Escape Plan. Like I say, I've just got this one recently. I think we're going to get the rest of them actually. But there you go. That's a lovely lenticular cover on that one. Like I say, I don't even know that this had a cover. Look, that'll look good on the shelf, won't it? There. Excellent. Next up is Gladiator. Now my Gladiator has the same cover. So this must have been the slipcover that came off this particular release. Lovely, lovely slipcover that. That'll finish it off just nicely on the shelves there. That's Gladiator. Next up is The Fighter. There's my Blu-ray that I got. I think I got that one 50 pence or something for a quid. And there you go. Now my original one that I had didn't have a slipcover on either, so I'm really pleased to get that one on the shelves. That looked nice there. I think sometimes they stand out a little bit more prominently when they've got slipcover on. Great film this actually. I don't know why I got rid of it originally. And lastly, I've got the Lego Movie. Now I have got the Lego Movie Blu-ray here, and I'm going to put the slipcover on here. So that's a slip of that one. That's amazing. As a side note, my son didn't actually have the Amazing Spider-Man 2, but he did have the other Spider-Mans. That's where I got him a bit mixed up. So I put that in a pile for maybe CX down the line for my son. He might want it. So this is my original Kick-Ass Blu-ray. As you can see, look at that. Look at the difference in the colour. But Michael has come to the rescue. Look at the comparison on that. I don't know how that got like that, because it's never been in the sun. It just sort of for some reason just went that way. And it wasn't like that when I bought it. So this is going to be a welcome addition. There's no comparison, is there? And I want to say thank you so much to Michael for sending this to me. Look at all that. And also I've got all these slips here to go to CX with and see if I can find them on my travels. So can't thank you enough, Michael. I really do appreciate this, and it's great that you've thought of me again and sent me this stuff. And I just think that these will look absolutely amazing on the shelf, and I can't wait to watch some of these movies as well again. So thanks for watching. You take care, especially you, Michael, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers.